Yes, now let us execute the simulation for the exercise number 4. Okay, so before beginning, I'll again cross check whether the screen is set to the metric units. So I'll go to screen and say configure. So if I see here again it is set back to English, I'll change it to metric, say OK. Then I will begin by creating the geometry. Well, exercise number 4 is a very simple geometry. You can create it quickly and then go for the simulation of the operations. So I'll start by creating a rectangle, which is nothing, actually it is a square. So I'll go by two squares are needed and one rectangle. So I'll start creating the rectangle first by 2 points. So the first point, as I said, I'll take it as 0 0 to the origin, 0 comma 0, and the second point of the rectangle, I'll take it to the required dimensions. So x axis is 100 and y axis is 80, 100 comma 80. So that is giving me an rectangle. I'll use a fit screen option. So it is a rectangle of 100 by 80 x y, and then next I need a square which is of 50 by 50. So if I just try to find out the calculations, so the x value for the beginning point of the next rectangle would be so that is total is 50 for the x, for the center 50 minus 25, so that is 25. So x value is 25. Y value would be, the total height is 80. 80 minus 25. 80 minus 25, which is 80 divided by 2. 80 divided by 2 is 40. 40 minus 25, 15. So y value would be 15. So this is the starting point, and the next point would be 50 plus 25, that is 75 comma x, and y value would be 40 plus 25, that is 65. Okay, so that is a square which is being created of 50 by 50. Next, another square of 30 by 30. So let me just quickly calculate the dimensions for the 2 points that are to be created. So the first point would be 50 minus 15, which is 35 for the x, and y value would be 40 minus 15, that is 25. That is the first point for the inner square. And then next, the second point would be 40 plus 15, that is 55 x value, sorry, that would be 50 plus 15, that is 65 x value, and y value would be 40 plus 15, that is 55. Yes, so the inner square is also being created. Next, I need to give the chamfering. So I'll go to main menu, modify fillet. Fillet I need to create, not chamfer, sorry. Radius. Radius is for the outer square. Radius is 15. Enter. So we'll quickly give the fillet. The fillet is ready. I'll change the radius because for the inner square we have the radius for fillet as 5. So I'll specify the radius as 5. I'll select the two lines with in which the fillet is to be added. The fillet is done. Then next, create an arc, center point plus diameter, because diameter is mentioned as 20. So I'll specify the diameter as 20, and the point is 50 is for the x, comma 40 is for the y. 50 comma 40. So the circle is ready. Then back up again. Next, The diameter is been mentioned for the smaller four circles. Diameter is 9. So I will go for circle point plus diameter. Diameter is 9. So the first circle that is to be created is 10 comma 10, as mentioned in the figure, 10 comma 10. Next is 100 minus 10 is 90x and 10. Next it is x value is 10, y value is 80 minus 10, which is 70. Next, x value is 100 minus 10, which is 90. Y value is 80 minus 10, which is 70. So circles at all the four corners are being created. Okay, so the geometry is now ready. I'll use the screen repaint option so that you can verify whether the geometry is completely ready for in order to go forward with the machining operation. Okay, I'll quickly first go to toolpaths and I'll define the job setup. Job setup, we are starting from the corner. X value required would be 100 plus 10. I will give 110. Sorry, that was Y value is 90. X value is 110. And Z, the depth is given as thickness is given as 10. Okay. Stock origin X minus 5, Y minus 5, and display stock. Say okay. So you can see that the required machining area is exactly fitting in the stock area. Yes. Next, I'll define the operations now. First, contour chain this outer side. Say done. I'll go to right click, get tool from the library. Say 2 mm flat end mill. Say okay. Contour parameters depth is say minus 10. Say okay. So it is taking from inside. I need to change the parameter. I'll need to change the cutter compensation towards the right. Say okay. So select all, regenerate part. Yes, now it is taking correctly. So it is going from the outer side. That is fine. Next, I need to define drill manual. So at the center, the center, center, the center. Say done. I'll import get tool from library. So the diameter is 9. So I'll use a diameter of 9 mm. Say okay. You can see the diameter is 9. Just verify. Say okay. Simple peg drill. The depth is through. So I'll give minus 10. Say okay. So the drilling parameters are done. Then I need to give pocketing. Pocket. I'll select area. The pocketing area is this area. Say done. So I'll get tool from the library or same 2 mm flat end mill itself. I can use pocketing parameters. Depth is now minus 5 because for the pocket, if you observe carefully in the figure, the depth is given as 5. So minus 5 I'll give, and roughing or finishing parameter I'll give true spiral. Say okay. So that is the pocket. Next, there is a through drill at the center for the circle of diameter 20 mm. So I will pick up again the drill option, manual. Okay. At this one, say back, done. Okay. I'll import, get the tool from library. The diameter is 20. So 20 mm diameter drill, I'll select, say okay. Depth, I'll give minus, say 10. Okay. Now I'll go to operations, select all, regenerate path, verify. I'll go to this. I'll use the job set of values, say OK, and then simulate. Yes. So at the center, it is still not completely taking away the material. So I can increase the depth, or I will check the job setup value. Z is 10. Okay, that is fine. So I'll go to operations. Last no pick this. I'll give same 15. Say okay. Select all, regenerate path, verify. Yes. Okay. So you are getting the complete drilled or the simulated part. Okay. So that is a simulation.